after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. On 3rd down, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Again, this is Montgomery. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Man open left side, it's Williams. Williams loses the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Pass the Sammy Watkins. He's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback. Back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now look at me.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ron Parker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll leave this for Ware. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
So. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And it's up and good. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to go for a big play. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harmon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, Jackson is going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens, they claw one back. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt hurt you. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Thomas. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And out come the Chiefs now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot, and this is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it. or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is fielded at the 27. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Mahomes now on first down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And this one through the uprights and good. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Now Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it?
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Anthony Hitchens in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Ravens on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to...
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. 53 at the mic.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On the carry, it's Montgomery. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harmon. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Hey. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The toss play to Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 47 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And he stopped immediately there. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe a good play action down the road.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Out to his left. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
To throw is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the